for the beginners, part 11, Physics and Principle of the ECG. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the cardiac action potential. In the last week, we also discussed about the cardiac action potential, particularly which parts of the part of non-pacemaker cells. Right now, we will give a definition of the action potential. How should I define the action potential? Action potential is defined as a brief change in voltage across the cell membrane of these myocardial cells, which are caused by ionic movement through those ionic channels which are embedded within the myocardial cells. This is a comprehensive definition, but there are a lot of definitions are present for the action potentials. For example, studying of the electrical activity based on molecular level or based on cellular level is also defined as an action potential. Or another definition, electrical genesis of the electrical force and conduction of the electrical force, both of them together is also called action potential. Or finally, algebraic sum of depolarization and depolarization are also called action potentials. A brief overview about the non-pacemaker action potential. In previous lecture, we discussed about the non-pacemaker action potential. Right now, I'll have a brief overview about the non-pacemaker action potential. We will start the action potential from RMP. I mean resting membrane potential, for short RMP. First, we'll be discussing about the mechanism by which resting membrane potential is produced. The resting membrane potential of non-pacemaker cell represent minus 90 millivolt. Right now we should know where does it come from, or what are those mechanisms by which this minus 90 millivolt is produced. There are two channels are responsible for the resting membrane potential. Number one is leaky potassium and number two is sodium potassium ATPase channel. This sodium potassium ATPase channel takes 2 ions of potassium from outside the cell, potassium from outside the cell to the inside the cell, and 3 ions of sodium produced inside the cell. As a result of the function of this sodium potassium ATPase, two things are produced. Number one, a minus 5 millivoltage here produced. A minus 5 millivoltage. The second thing, concentration gradient of the ionic. Concentration gradient as well as minus 5 millivoltage is produced inside the cell. This minus 5 millivoltage lead to stimulation of leaky potassium channels. And this potassium is moving from inside the cell to the outside the cell. And when the sodium is moving from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this minus 5 millivolt becomes more negative, becomes minus 30. Again, potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell, it becomes more negative, it has become minus 50. Still the potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell, it becomes 80. Finally, potassium is going from inside the cell to they produce minus 90 millivoltage. What are those mechanisms by which resting membrane potential is produced? What is the resting membrane potential? Resting membrane potential is a state of the cell in which the cell represents a negative electrical charge or voltage difference between inside the cell and outside the cell is also called resting membrane potential. This is the concept of the resting membrane potential. The mechanism by which resting membrane potential produced channel are responsible, but leaky channel has a major role in the resting membrane potential. Again, I will repeat. So for creation of the RMP or resting membrane potential, we need two channels. One is leaky potassium and another sodium potassium ATPase. Due to action of the sodium potassium ATPase, two things are produced. One minus 5 millivoltage inside the cell and
electrical
gradient between the outside the cell is present. Right now, this minus 5 millivolt lead to stimulation of the leaky potassium channel and the cell becomes more negative. Minus 5, minus 30, still the potassium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. Again, potassium is coming from outside the cell, it becomes more negative, minus 50, finally minus 60 and minus 90 millivolt. This was the mechanism by which the resting membrane potential is produced. Right now we should know how this mechanism or this diagram of the action potential is produced. First, First, this cell is stimulated by a sodium. When this cell is stimulated by the sodium, what will happen to the cell? When the sodium is coming, this minus 90 millivolt become less negative. Still the sodium coming, it become again less negative, minus 60. Still the sodium is coming, it become minus 90. There is the pen.
Yeah.
This was the mechanism by which resting membrane potential is produced. Now we will say how the cell is depolarized. For depolarization of the resting membrane, depolarization of the cell should be stimulated by the sodium. When the sodium is coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this cell become less negative. For example, minus 90 become minus 80. Minus 80 become minus 70. When it reaches to the 70, immediately rapid voltage gated sodium channel are opening. And there are a lot of potassium are coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell. This sodium neutralizes this resting membrane potential a little bit more. And again the sodium is coming. Finally, this sodium rapidly, progressively neutralizes this resting membrane potassium, like becomes 70, becomes 60, 50, 40, and finally positive 0 millivoltage is produced. This process is called depolarization. What is the depolarization? Depolarization is a process during which is losing a negative electrical charge and the cell is gaining positive electrical charge. Once this channel, this rapid voltage gated sodium channel, right now is closed, or it leads to depolarization of the sodium channel, potassium channel, as well as calcium channel. From this sodium channel, calcium channel and potassium channel. This potassium channel, some sodium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell. Potassium takes the ion of potassium from inside the cell to the outside the cell. And there, what will happen when this potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell? And at the same time, calcium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. As a result of these two function of these channel, plateau-phases of the action potential is produced. Action potential plateau-phase is a state of the cell in which the cell inside the cell and outside the cell are electrically become equal. That is why they produce a straight line. Once this calcium is coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this calcium stimulates endoplasmic reticulum. And calcium is releasing from endoplasmic reticulum. In addition of this calcium, renal channel should not be forget. This calcium coming and went to troponin. And this calcium pull out the troponin from tropomyosin. And actin-myosin cross-bridging formation occurs, and this is the mechanism by which these cells are contracted. After the calcium channel is closed, which channel is opening? Ultra-rapid potassium channel is producing, and the potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell, and then the cell is losing a positive electrical charge, and the cell is coming back to the resting membrane potential of minus 90 millivolt. Depolarization is a process during which the cell is losing negative electrical charge and the cell is gaining positive electrical charge. And repolarization is a process during which the cell is losing positive charge and the cell is getting or is gaining minus 90 millivoltage. Right now, once this electrical force is produced within this cell, how this electrical conduction moves from one cell to another cell and to another cell. Once the electrical impulse produced or the cell is depolarized, the cell depolarized, this depolarization leads to depolarization of the second cell. When this cell is depolarized, the first cell is going under the repolarization. Once this cell is depolarized, the depolarization through the gap junction or intercalated disc moves from the second cell to the third cell. This third cell is depolarized, but the second cell is going under repolarization. the exact meaning of the action potential is moving of the electrical force. Action meaning is still this process is continued. Right now, when this third cell is depolarized, this third cell leads to depolarization of the fourth cell. When the fourth cell is going under depolarization, the second cell is the first cell is going under repolarization. Likewise, the action potential is continued from one cell to another cell through the gap junction or intercalated disk or electrical window. Again, we'll repeat. Once the electrical force in this first cell is produced, this electrical force through the gap junction enters to the second cell and stimulates the second cell. Right now, the second cell is under depolarization, but the first cell is going under repolarization. Right now, this second cell leads to depolarization of the third cell. This third cell is going under depolarization, but the second cell is going under repolarization. And this fourth cell leads to depolarization of the fifth cell. This cell is going under depolarization, and the third cell is going under repolarization. By this mechanism, these cells one by one is depolarized. This is the mechanism by which this action is continued. Until the cell is died or the tissue is died, this action potential is still continued. This was the mechanism by which this electrical impulse is moving from one cell to another cell. We are coming to. Right now we'll again repeat this. Pacemaker cells, non-pacemaker cells have got 4 phases. Phases of the non-pacemaker. First, 5 phases. This isoelectric line, in the ECG, this represents isoelectric line. This. Phase 4 represents isoelectric line, 4 phase. And this 0 phase represented QRS complex. And this ST segment represents plateau phases of the action potential. And this T represents repolarization. Again, phase 4 represented phase 4, which represents resting membrane potential in the action potential, it corresponds to isoelectric line. Phase 0 represents depolarization, which responds to QRS complex. And another plateau phase of action potential produced ST segment. And T wave represents repolarization. Phase 3. This was the correlation between the action potential and ECG surface. And the P reflects atrial depolarization. The PR segment represents the AV nodal conduction, and PR interval represents conduction velocity through the AV nodal conduction. P represents atrial depolarization. T segment represents AV nodal conduction. QRS complex represents 0 phase of the action potential or depolarization. T segment produces plateau phase of the action potential and T repolarization. And this is this segment which occur at the end of the P wave and onset of the T wave. This is called isoelectric line, which represents phase 4 or resting membrane potential. Another. We have discussed already about the non-pacemaker cells. Right now we will be discussing about the pacemaker cells. Remember, we started from the resting membrane potential. Remember, resting membrane potential of the SA node and AV node does not produce a straight line. It produces a slope. It produces a slope. The second difference is
4 phases.
In fact, or actually these cells, I mean these SA nodal cell and AV nodal cell, both of them do not have real resting membrane potential. Real resting membrane potential represents minus 90 millivoltage. Or this minus 60 millivolt does not produce a straight line, it produces a slope line. Or resting membrane potential of the SA node, the AV node don't have true resting membrane potential. The electrical voltage of SA nodal cell and AV nodal cell represent minus 60 millivolt. What are those mechanisms by which this minus 60 is produced? The only channel which play a major role in the production of this minus 60 millivolt IF channel. IF channel is also called funny channel. This IF channel continuously, spontaneously, and regularly load the sodium from outside the cell into the inside the cell. When the sodium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell and they reach to threshold, for example 13. This is a threshold for pacemaker cell, and for non-pacemaker cell it represents minus 90 millivolt. In the mechanism of resting membrane potential of non-pacemaker cell, leaky potassium channel has role, but in the cases of the pacemaker of SA node, IF or funny channel has role. What does it do? This IF channel continuously, spontaneously, regularly load the sodium from outside the cell into the inside the cell. Remember, even the automaticity of the SA node related to the IF channel. Once this sodium is coming and they reach to the voltage minus 30, immediately T-type calcium channel is opening, and there are a lot of calcium is coming from the outside the cell into the inside the cell. So depolarization of the pacemaker cell depends on the calcium. Depolarization of the non-pacemaker cell depends on sodium. Right now, when it reached minus 30, immediately T-type calcium channel. We have got two types of calcium channel. L-type responsible for blood phases of the non-pacemaker action potential, and this T-type or transit type of the calcium, immediately the channel is opening and a lot of calcium is coming, and this cell become less negative, finally to zero voltage. Once this cell is depolarized, this cell, due to gap junction or electrical window, lead to depolarization of the second cell. When the second cell is depolarized, the first cell is going under the repolarization. Right now, this second cell leads to depolarization of the third cell. When this third cell is depolarized, the second cell is going under repolarization. Likewise, the action potential is still continued until the cell or the tissue is dried.
This ring belongs to you and it is disturbing.
This was about the action potential. Remember, SA nodal cell and AV nodal cell, both of them have got the same action potential, but just this slope is larger than the SA nodal cell. What is the reason? Because AV nodal cell slope reduction. This was about the action potential of the AV nodal cell and SA nodal cell. These are pacemaker cells. We will repeat again, the resting membrane potential of the SA node represents minus 60 millivolt. They don't have a real resting potential, they don't have a true potential because there is a channel which is called IF channel. This IF channel continuously loading sodium from outside the cell into the inside the cell. When this minus 60 reach to minus 30, immediately T-type calcium channel is opening and much more calcium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell, and this cell is completely depolarized. Once the cell is completely depolarized, through the gap junction lead to second cell. When the second cell is going under depolarization, the first cell should be going under repolarization. And the second cell leads to depolarization of the third cell through the gap junction. When this cell is going under depolarization, the second cell should be going under the repolarization. By this mechanism, action potential is continued. And the resting membrane potential of AV node and SA node are the same, just this phase is slope. This slope is more than the SA nodal cell. This was about the action. This also have got three phases: phase 4, phase 0, and phase 3. SA node, AV node don't have any waves or deflection over the SA node because of these reasons. They are tiny tissue, small tissue, and the tiny tissue, small tissue, they need less amount of the calcium for depolarization, and they do not produce enough electrical voltage to detect it by the electrode and transmit to the needle of the ECG machine. So the needle of the ECG machine, nothing can transfer to the ECG recorder. So SA node, AV node don't have any waves or deflection over the ECG paper directly, but indirectly this SA node lead to stimulation of the atrial tissue. If you have got a well-defined P wave, it represents this atrium is stimulated by the SA node. Another differential between the pacemaker and non-pacemaker cell. Resting membrane potential of the pacemaker cell represent minus 60 millivolts. Resting membrane potential of non-pacemaker represent minus 90 millivolts. In the genesis of resting membrane potential of the S-nodal cell, IF channel has role. In the resting membrane potential of the non-pacemaker cells, IF leaky potassium channel has role. RMP diagram, from the standpoint of diagram, resting membrane potential of S-nodal and nodal cell produce a slope, while the resting membrane potential of the non-pacemaker cell produce a straight line. The final depolarization of pacemaker cell depends on calcium and phases of the action potential. Another difference between these two tissues, the phase pacemaker have got phase 4, phase 0, phase 2. This cell, pacemaker cell have no plateau phases of the action potential. This was about depolarization. Resting membrane potential of non-pacemaker minus 90. Resting membrane potential of non-pacemaker produces straight line. Depolarization of the non-pacemaker cell depends to the sodium, and this non-pacemaker cell produces 5 phases of the action potential. Phase 4 isoelectric line, phase 0 QRS complex, phase 1 potassium channel, which represent Purkinje cell repolarization, and phase 2 represent plateau phase of the action potential, and phase 3 represents repolarization. Another comparison chart between the depolarization and depolarization. What is depolarization? Depolarization is a process. It's a process during which the cell is losing negative electrical charge and the cell is gaining positive electrical charge. This is the main difference between depolarization and depolarization.